have 5 brains.
Now,
6 brains?
7. Um,
8 brains?
we return to where we left off last session, where um, you all have successfully made mortal enemies of Fangel's raiders, who have sworn bloody vengeance upon you, um, and will slaughter you at the first opportunity.
Slaughter.
Yeah, what would you like to do now?
Wait.
Uh, okay.
We have like a week until the festival?
Yes. There is about 6 days' time before the
no.
festival, during which time you will see the town building up and, excuse me, preparing for the festivities. A number of tents and pavilions are produced and put up in the town square as the mayor looks increasingly frazzled, mostly talking to people about, but what do we do for entertainment? This was, what do you mean the Baron's not providing anything? This is entire. This is his thing, but we're paying for every. How does this work? As overheard one day in the streets. Um, but actually, no. Before we, well, actually, I meant to bring up something.
So, hmm,
So buttons.
sorry?
I said so buttons.
So buttons.
So buttons.
Okay. You you alright there, Sal's?
I
Yeah.
have a stroke, Nuba.
Um. So, before we go on, I just wanted to talk a little bit about like tone of the campaign. I just want to make sure that everyone's having a great time, and just want to and that everyone is sort of gelling together. I feel like there's a bit of a divide right now in that there's some players who are a bit um, leaning into the goofiness that you know half of D&D is futzing with your friends and making Monty Python references, and the other half is being a little bit more straight with their roleplay. Um, I just want to make
Uh,
sure that we're not treading on each other's toes a little.
I guess like if I'm gonna if it's alright,
Go ahead.
I feel like I'm kind of in the middle. I can up the goofiness, and then if I need to, I can literally make 8 eyes work in the situation. The only thing is that uh, and this is on me, is that he has an ambiguous goal, which makes it a little bit harder for him to move the plot. That is 100% on me. So it's not as easy as Bet Bayar obviously having, or any of the other characters I've literally role played where there's a clear goal. That's really it. But that's not on you, Cells. That's on me. So I feel like I can essentially roll with the scenario if I need to. And I do feel like outside of the voice, but that's the character. Um, no, I don't. I think the tone is fine.
Okay.
I mean, I have been trying to like do things to make it a little more involved. With like the part of the idea of the quote unquote union was to give us all more of a concerted, like coordinated reason to continue working with one another. Um, I do feel like, Sals, you are building up to something that will give us a reason, i.e., with this whole Barony thing being and him being a piece of shit, and the
It's-
whatever
yeah.
undead
Yeah,
threat
that's
is.
all
Mhm.
I've been waiting for. It just seems like we're still just getting ready for what's coming.
Yeah, like we've had a couple weeks of downtime and we don't really hang out. We all just do our jobs and we don't really interact with each other as a party. We're still just sort of together because we arrived on the same couple carriages.
Yeah, and that's something that I wanted to sort of direct this to.
Okay.
That you are an adventuring party together now. That in and of itself is a potential reason to remain as such, and you've only been as such for less than a month. So working together and doing jobs is great, but it's just there hasn't been a ton of well, there has been, but it's sometimes there isn't so much interplay between characters.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I just wanted to point that out. I don't want to like harsh on anyone. Like obviously I've been having a great time with this, and I hope that you all are too. But I just wanted to point that out and maybe try to shift things more in that direction.
I quit the blacksmith and tell them I never want to see them again.
Not what I was getting at.
I know, I'm kidding.
It doesn't help that I can only like partially breathe right now. But
I was gonna say your voice is steadily more and more sounding like you're pinching
really-
your nose.
Yeah, it sounds like you're having a breakdown. Sounds. You're just crying so much about this.
Now, what I would suggest that we might consider instituting, even if it sounds kind of silly at first, a lot of like actual play podcasts and stuff like that. And the one I'm thinking of specifically is Friends at the Table. They usually play games that necessitate this kind of rule, but I think it makes sense as something we could kind of adopt as a informal thing. But during like quote unquote downtime sessions, like have it be a thing that each of us needs to have like a scene with another party member. Like even if it seems silly at first to institute that, it encourages us to start doing that just kind of naturally. Um, it's something that we need to work on. I know we were a little bit better about it in the previous campaign, but we also had 6 years to establish those bonds.
Yep.
But
and actually, that seems like a pretty good idea. And yeah, and also just like take advantage, take initiative if there's something that you think that your character would want to pursue, whether that's with another player character or with the world in general, or with the world in general alongside another player character. Like, push that, and I think that will create some really good opportunities.
I'm sorry.
What?
Dude, look at the fucking chat.
That looks gross as fuck.
I really hate that.
Well, on that point,
Sorry. Oh no, I'm sorry.
I
I
think
mean, I don't want to interrupt.
no. I think that.
It was a great way to not interrupt.
Look, sometimes you get possessed by the spirit. Kind of on that note, I want to ask: is my character too fucking annoying?
No, I don't. So what I was going to like, I think the last role play that we had together was really good.
I think so too. Like I want my little man to exist in the world. I don't want him just to be like I don't want you guys to think like he's a joke. Like he's a funny guy that likes a joke, but I don't want him to be a joke. I want him to actively try to be a joke, but I don't want him to be in himself a joke. Like, you know what I mean?
You don't want to be the problems clown.
I don't want to be like, just I'm the chaotic neutral character. Here I go. I just want to be a funny little guy that causes some issues, and then has to learn some lessons. I'm having fun, and I like interacting with you guys, but I also don't want to be annoying.
I don't think you are. Um, uh, so no, I don't have a problem with Biblo. I have a problem
I
with
just-
Quint.
Wow.
I knew it.
I just think, for my thing, I think it's just that the plot hasn't really started yet, so there hasn't really been anything that really drives our party together. Yeah.
I think. I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's just this is probably something that's maybe remedied with
And
time.
you also just know you know my deal with my character Sal's, so that you guys don't know. So
That he
You're
wants to open
a
up
vampire.
a bakery.
yes, that I'm secretly a vampire werewolf.
What
That
was
wants to
Havere
open up a
saying?
bakery.
Oh,
I mean, I feel like that's sort of the problem. Like, we definitely, like Sal's was saying, have sort of like a divide in the group in that there's sort of three people, or like Beeble and Quint have had interactions, but Cecil's definitely still very much off on his own. And a lot of the times interacting with like Beeblo and Eight Eyes together, it sort of feels like I'm like juggling toddlers. So
Yeah,
I mean, it is.
that's just our vibe.
I'm just gonna let you know right now that I'm getting what I intended with my character.
okay.
Changing
So,
an accent every session.
well, besides that, that was me figuring out the character. But the character was meant to not be as you gotta you gotta understand Batfire and Akio, as far as I can, well, Akio specifically, but Batfire was a very focused, goal-oriented character.
Yeah.
Akio eventually got his, even though it kind of overlapped with Batfire's. I did that, and it's just like I kind of wanna play a character that's gonna eventually, like, he has a goal in the background, and it kind of just it's riding on everybody else's. He's the support. That he is not the front moving momentous, like, if he needs to be, he'll turn into that, sure. But-
You're not making the game saving speeches this time around.
Yeah, I don't want to just roll the same character every time, and I am experimenting. That is all
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you guys.
Well,
Oh yeah, go for it.
you don't have to do that. I want to make sure that's clear. Is you don't
Yeah.
have to be that person.
No, yeah.
The one thing I would suggest is like I don't know a way to say this without sounding really crummy. So I say just let me caveat this that I'm saying this with all the care in the world because I do think you are actually our best role player by far.
What?
I'm saying the asterisk on this is that I think you are a very, very proficient role player. Okay.
Okay.
Try to make Eight Eyes more of a person, because
But he's only 17.
right now he has
Right now he
been
is that joke.
a series of bits.
No, yeah.
And that's fine. Like I understand you're not going for like a super serious character, but you don't have to be a super serious character. Just be a character.
No, yeah.
That's
There is.
all.
No, yeah. There. I know. No worries. But the thing is just like as soon as like a goal becomes apparent,
Yeah.
trust me. There's a driving force behind him.
There's
Okay.
It will become more prominent as time goes on.
I'm sort of in the same boat as Nuva, I think, where it's like there's nothing for me to be serious about at the moment. Like we're just sort of coworkers doing odd jobs. We're not like there's not like one thing that like is really important that we have to
Yeah.
work towards. Like so it's hard to showcase that depth when there's like no reason for our characters to like they're just sort of lazing around.
We're
and
just
goofball.
filling
That
in.
is,
There-
that is
there
very
have-
true.
There are so there are three, I guess. I don't usually like to let people know how I play characters, but there are three driving factors that and if this helps you, Cells, this is how I. These are the three like caveats. These are the three spheres of Eight Eyes. One is his youth. He essentially is impressionable. So essentially, if someone is older than him, have experience, he looks up to them and wishes to imitate them. And the second one is essentially the oblivious. Everything is essentially new to him. I really cannot state enough that I want him to be kind of like, like everything is just kind of just a brand new, fresh thing for him, and he's consistently excited. And thirdly, and this is gonna be the slow one. This is the main goal that I don't want him to like just like be from the evident. He is someone that I want to eventually like start grasping for that like he wants his admiration that he gives others to be reflected back at him, which is obviously a very ambiguous and complex goal, and there's no way to really cement that easily. But eventually, he's going to want to establish like a reputation, which I feel has been happening. So I don't know. As I said, I'm very happy with where my character is in terms of the story, and when we're going with the Baron, a lot of that character is going to start showing up, which is like he's going to see opportunity. The problem I'm running into is that I decided to make him a pacifist that doesn't want to kill, which has been like that's the problem I want to kind of struggle with.
But
I want that problem, so
I
don't
get
know.
that you're a little guy that wants to prove himself, and
Yeah.
so far like we haven't been given a ton of opportunity to prove ourselves by doing
yeah.
a thing.
More or less. But there have been moments where he's been vulnerable. There's been moments where he's been just like, oh, and just I don't know. I thought I played those moments well. I thought Cells gave me those moments well. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like we're in the same boat this time around because like also I tend to make characters that are very focused, insightful. They pick up on shit. They're like holding things together, and like I don't want to do that this time. I just don't. Someone else can do that. Yeah.
This is actually really good feedback for me. And I appreciate the candor here. And thinking about it, yeah, I think that maybe this campaign is certainly off to a slower start than my previous two. I guess I did sort of intend it to sort of show, low-level adventurers here in Ordania. Low-level adventurers just do
Yeah.
large
I
amounts
mean,
of
it's fair.
low-level
It's
jobs.
fair. It's just that's just the reason why our party hasn't really been
Yeah,
that
I was
drawn
about to
together
say,
yet.
I don't think.
Because
I
we're
don't think
just
it's
we're
very
just
bad.
we're just adventurers co-working.
So I would like to, if everybody else is okay with it at least for now, do the enforced. You have to have a downtime scene with one other party member
Sure.
at least.
I mean, it's not. I'm not going to say it's enforced, but definitely encouraged. But if you
can
have
him-
no like inclination, or if you have no like, nothing sparks your mind, I'm not going to like force you. And Rita, before you continue, Javier was trying to say something. I'm sorry.
Literally,
but...
what I was gonna say was, can Javier have a moment to talk?
Oh.
No, Javier is not allowed to talk.
How
So,
rude.
Sorry. God damn it! The moment I took a snack break.
Well,
Okay.
you just with the class.
It's sweet plantains. So, pretty much just I guess fried banana chips. Yeah.
Delicious.
So what I was gonna say is, personally, it's been great. I didn't mind it too much. It feels pretty slow, but in my head, it's been cozy, and I see the quote unquote like we said, like we haven't had anything to quote unquote prove ourselves, but I'm seeing where things are kind of going. You know, things are brewing up and are about to go. I personally kind of like it a lot because, and those like this month of like kind of just chilling there, being like quote unquote coworkers or whatever. At least for me, for Talos has already learned a lot about the people in this town. And he's like, there's a lot of people he likes, a lot of people right? We didn't just blitz to this place. It feels like at this point we're kind of like little citizens of this place, and we're slowly getting to know better people. Yeah, I think like at least for me, in the same way that a few people already said there, like I don't know, Talos is not gonna be. Is not a very spoken character, so kind of sucks for me. But I'm trying to stay as tied to the characters I can. So I don't like just trying to interject in a lot of places where I feel like it just doesn't not only doesn't make sense, but he wouldn't really have anything to say about these things, right? So at least, but for me, like it's been really good. I haven't really felt like anything like wrong in general about
Okay.
the
Well, that's
pacing.
where
Not
you're
like it's a
wrong.
little slow. And you know what? That is completely fair. Oh my God, Johnny is back in.
Yeah.
Well, good time. I think I stopped playing. All right.
Cozy
Anyway,
descriptor though.
It's
Like
not
yeah,
good.
it's got a cozy pace.
yeah,
Okay.
I like it because I feel like if anything happens, I'm gonna care a lot more. And hopefully nothing happens. But I'm liking it.
Okay.
Yep.
Well,
Just wait for Quincy'll turn.
with that, I think we covered pretty much everything that I wanted to cover, and everybody's. And I'm glad that everybody got a second there. So with that, let's say that we go to the week before the whatever this thing is. What is it? What are we doing? I don't know
The
anymore.
champions hall.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Um, what was I going to do? Oblivion ambient music. No, that's 10 hours. That won't work. This is 3 hours and 47 minutes. This will work. Oh no, this is an actual video of a walk across Cyrodiil.
Oh,
That will not work. Okay. Okay. Good. The week prior to the festival, the Baron's Apology Tour, the first annual festival of No Tax Day. No one really has a good name for it yet, but it is being set up, and it is being sort of thought as of this point as a good reason as any to have a bit of a party, and maybe play some festival games, and to enjoy life now that the pall of the usurious taxes of the Baron have been eliminated. The week itself goes fairly quietly through the town of Barton's Homestead, and I am curious as to what your characters are getting up to. Rather than calling on names, how about someone just jump up?
Let me go back to. I'm on the West March map right now. Just kind of looking around.
I'm assuming I'm supposed to be on the West March. Wait.
Well, I think you can jump off of that, actually. That
Yeah.
should be one of the ones that's just up there at the top.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. I went over there purposely.
Oh.
Yeah, so I wanted to look around at things. I. Okay, so Quint, after having a couple days of being just bored, either at the inn, the bar, the house, or the blacksmith, it's like, you know what? I go for a little hike through the woods in case anybody wants to join. like kind
Sure.
of explore the area around Limina's house. There's a lot of Fae stuff around here that we don't know about, so maybe it'd be cool to, you know, look into that a little bit. Like get a lay of the Feylands.
So we'll look into it.
Okay.
But on his, oh no, I'll go with Quinn.
The how many days up to the place is that again?
There are 6 days until the festival. And it has been 6 days since your heist.
Alright. Talos will probably not go to the woods for now. We'll try to stay in the city.
I mean, if you're going somewhere where there could be mushrooms, Kea will come along, but her other goal for the 6 days is probably going to be to track down Talos and try to actually get a book club together.
Hey, Sal's, I need you to write actually like a couple chapters of Thomas Shen so that they can have a proper book club.
Oh my god.
That'd be pretty tight, actually.
Oh,
It's time to get writing, cells. I'm sorry.
Fuck that. I'm going on ChatGPT.
Oh
Oh
no!
my god.
No!
Wait,
I will write Thomas.
what if it's good?
Then I'll quit as game master and let the AI take over.
Let's say that.
Okay. So, Kea, Quint, and Cecil are going to take a walk
Yes.
through the woods. That sounds like a lovely time. Would you kindly each roll either nature or survival for me?
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, I cannot roll
Me.
either of those for you
Why not?
It's my.
because they're both at 0.
You can still
Oh,
roll
wait.
them.
I always forget I have these little quick roll bars.
My nature is. Oh, that's the one I'm expert in. Let's roll that. Want to use assurance. Not today.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to roll it privately. Sorry, I can roll again.
It's okay.
I have no idea. I just rolled it privately out of habit.
Yeah, it didn't have to be.
I don't think so.
All right. Yeah. Quint, you begin exploring around the woods. What you notice going in is that, or rather, actually, more Kea notices, is that if you just walk into the woods, they're normal woods, and you do espy a couple of species that you have not cataloged before of mushrooms and other fungi, including a weird puffball thing. You determine that these are just totally normal woods. You could walk around these for hours. There's no signs of civilization. You are miles away from anything besides your house. Quint, you successfully do not get lost in the woods. Your group.
Well, that's good.
As you're continuing to walk around. Despite Kea running off several times to espy a new subject. B. Actually, no B. There is no B here. You successfully do not get lost in the woods. You were able to keep everybody together. Cecil.
Yes.
You step on a plant.
Hell yeah.
Is it a landmine?
And
Yes, I die.
A landmine?
a few moments later, your leg starts to feel itchy.
Damn,
ivy?
they even have all these layers on. How the fuck did this happen?
I don't know why the idea of fantasy poison ivy is so funny to me.
Amazing.
Oh, it brushes up against your like hand, and yeah, you start developing a sort of rash. It is somewhat uncomfortable. But otherwise, your trip to the woods doesn't really have any other interesting events. Except I would like you all each to make a perception check. Except for Cecil. Cecil, you're too busy scratching your hand.
Okay.
Quint and
I have an
Kea.
antidote on me.
Oh, hey, that would work. Or at least it would give a bonus to the fortitude save.
Yeah.
So if you would like to give that to Cecil, you actually it's poison ivy. If Cecil uses the antidote, it's
Alright.
gone.
Ah, good. Well,
Yes, you drink the antidote, and it still itches because you really should have just rubbed it on. No, you and
I drink it through my hand.
yes, always, of course. Kea and Quint, you both see something on your journey through the woods, though. It's an old stone, and it appears to have writing on it because it is clearly not a natural formation. It is a stone pillar about 6 inches thick, a obelisk more or less, a vertical black stone that tapers to a point. Clearly weathered, but with a but the etching on its sides, I should say, still clearly distinct and legible despite the evident age. Would you like to investigate it at all?
Can I read aura just to make sure it's like okay?
Yes. And doing so, you see that it actually does have a very faint aura of magic about it. If you want to roll a arcane check, please.
Okie dokie. Do Arcana. Private.
Yes, please. You can tell it's an illusion aura. You can't quite read what it is, though.
I mean, as far as the writing on it, is it in a language that we recognize?
As you look at it, it's written in the same language as... It's using the same alphabet that you're familiar with for North Common. But it is not the same language. If any of you have like lore linguistics or history, or actually no, you've seen it before. You would be able to recognize it. At least the general like syllable structure. If you had to guess, you would say that this is Montasian. Which may explain the magical aura and the evident robustness of the edifice.
Can I get to like a clear page of my notebook and like take rubbings of the words?
Sure.
And then we can...
Yeah. you go up to the rock and you begin to take a rubbing of the word, and as you are doing so, um, there's sort of like a halting sort of sound, as if the stone reacts to your touch, um, and it's sort of like uh, a dying neon sign
Mm-hmm.
where a illusion appears, or illusory script appears in the air, at the top of the sign, like flashing and a little indistinct and fuzzy, but in the same lettering as on the uh, as the sign itself, but this time arranged horizontally and also with arrows uh, pointing in a couple different directions. And you see that the words that are now being flashed and are written on the side of on this post are different terms, different words. But since this is the same alphabet, it makes the same, mostly the same noises. The letters make mostly the same noises, and you can see one of the arrows with words at the very top of the sign is pointing deeper off into the forest to the north and somewhat to the west, and you can see an MONTAG written on it.
What's a
The other sign, the other words are pointing in two other directions.
So it's like a guidepost.
Yeah,
It's a signpost.
Okay.
that's cool.
Yeah, I mean,
A dying one, unfortunately.
Aw.
It clearly is in need of some maintenance, but 400 years of not being touched might do that to even a well-made magical device like this.
I mean, should be like, I don't know, take note of it. You think, like, that
I
way,
mean, sorry.
make, I mean, we can make it like a new sign or something.
Yeah, and if nothing else, it'll point us to settlements that have maybe disappeared.
True. Yeah, that'd be really interesting to go snoop around in. Maybe if there's like some lost like township or something that is not on the maps anymore.
Yeah.
Probably not something we should go prowl around in right now, given everything. But the Sals, could you type out the things, the places? That's gonna take
Sure, I
notes.
can. All
Thank
right,
you.
so one of them is obvious,
Mhm.
but the others are
Is
names that you
Tarn
have not heard.
is Tarnail left or right?
Tarnail is more to the west.
Okay, got it. And what about the one that's pointing east?
Not
Not
bad.
fail. Okay,
Not fail.
got it. I've written that down.
Mm-hmm. After a few more moments, the
Did my
illusion.
society tell me anything about Tarnail or Nafael?
Would you like to try rolling for it?
I will.
You have never heard of these places.
Damn it. I went for it. I thought I could have some kind of knowledge.
Have I seen any of them on the map in the house?
off the top of your head, you don't recognize them, but you could try checking.
Exciting.
Well, actually, how do I know? Would you do you have history, or just trying to think of yeah, well, wait until you check.
Yeah, I can check at home.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Um. Hey, I wonder, Kaya,
Yeah.
we have a lot of space in like the basement that's not really being used. There's mushrooms that grow well in the dark, right?
Yes. Well, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I would you want to like work on maybe setting up a system to like grow them efficiently?
Like edible mushrooms?
I don't know. I mean, with whatever kind you might want to make. I mean, maybe you might have an idea for like an alchemical concoction or something.
That'd be fun. That's a dangerous thing to offer me. I have to, in good conscience, mention this. But yeah, that would absolutely, dark, damp, perfect mushroom conditions.
Yeah,
It's
I
very
mean,
damp down there. There's a whole pool of water.
There's a whole
Nice.
pool. And if it's a heated pool, it'll be like the temperature controlled.
oh no, South. Bad news.
What?
Oh no.
Barton's homestead button's disabled again.
Which one?
The one going to Luminous House.
Oops. Not for me. So, I guess it's fine.
Let's
Oops. I did it again.
let me.
No, it isn't.
Just gonna post this bad boy in here. Anyways, yeah, I mean, we don't have to sort that out right now.
No, I got it. You're good. I fixed it.
Let me try closing, reopening. Yeah, I could build could work out like some kind of water system for in there to keep it, so it's not disrupting much, and we can keep it off to like a little side room.
Yeah, there are a lot of interesting mushrooms. There are mushrooms that can be used for ink or dye. There are mushrooms that can be eaten. There are mushrooms that are incredibly dangerous. There are, of course, magical mushrooms, both the psychoactive kind and the actually magical kind. I've wanted to study the white glowing mushrooms even further, actually, so having somewhere
But is
where
there
I
a
can examine them in
mushroom?
darkness.
Is there a mushroom we can use as a sword?
As a what?
A sword.
Sword shroom?
Yes.
Huh. That would... I don't know... I don't think so. It would have
Well,
to
what are
be
they
some
good for
sort of...
then? Shake my
well,
head.
I'm picturing Cecil like 1 foot up on like a stump, looking off in like some other direction, just talking out to the air. Is there a mushroom that could be used as a sword?
Oh, there's this big room that has the big pillar thing and then a fountain inside it. That's perfect.
ooh,
We can grow mushrooms in there.
That is
Yeah.
the water room. So
Oh.
that is for drawing fresh water inside the house. If you don't want to go out to the
Oh.
well, you can absolutely use that for mushroom cultivation as well. Just
you can actually make mushroom ale.
That, there is also just the room before the pool. We could divide that up a little bit. Put up some wooden site, make a little small room with some wood panels.
There's also the room that with the bathtub in it now.
Yes, that's true. We can move the bathtub.
The world
Yeah.
is your oyster.
We'll move the bathtub and turn that into the mushroom room.
The most deeply
Mushroom.
cursed room in the house.
I feel like this is a mistake somehow, but I just can't think of anything.
I mean, well, think of it this way: if we cultivate poison mushrooms, I can use them with my bullets and make poison bullets.
And I could
Yes.
just wear them as like gauntlets and have poison gauntlets.
And that's,
Oh, you could have gauntlets that are little puffballs, and then when you punch someone, the spores come out in their face and they're disoriented.
That's what
Yeah,
I was going for.
but then you're touching the puffballs.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be a poisonous puffball. It would just be getting in their eyes.
Yeah, he can wear like a face mask. He's ready.
I'm already wearing one.
Or what?
Goggles.
Like a better one that stops you from getting, stun locked.
Oh,
Either way, things to do, things to think about. I do want to convert the little smithy inside the house to something more, something different, possibly. Say, I don't, I'm not really gonna forge like swords, you know.
Mhm.
I could. Make a pretty good sword, honestly.
The smithy and the workhouse inside at the house is a fully outfitted crafting room.
Okay.
It actually does have a drawing table even with paper for designs, with and a fairly good sized furnace that could build up a pretty nice heat. Obviously, and an anvil with which to hit things or on. But it also has a fairly ample amount of extra space with which to expand. So if you wanted to customize and augment the that into a more general crafting room, there's definitely the room to do so.
Neat. Yeah, I do have a long-term project I'd like to discuss at some point, but I should stop hogging scenes, so I'll let other people talk for now. I assume we would return back from our little forest excursion in not too long.
Oh, I stay here forever.
Okay, goodbye, Cecil.
Goodbye. I become part of the forest.
I
This is
can't
where
get to
I'll
my,
remain.
my pog, by the way.
Uh-oh.
No?
No, I can't get back into the inn. Wait, no, I can. There's a click. Okay,
Yeah,
there we
cool
go.
button.
I'm free. Thank you. Got it.
Excellent. Glad that those are working correctly now. As it turns out, I locked them,
Sweet.
which was the problem.
I can't use the one the luminous has.
Did you? I fully closed the window and rejoined the game.
Yeah, you
I
may
had
have to refresh.
Not even just refreshing the tab. Like I said, I fully shut it and then opened up a new tab. And now Quint's gonna go back to town and become a common bandit.
No, you had so much potential.
The mayor sees you lurking in the shadows with a handkerchief around your mouth, and just looks at you and goes, "Quint, what are you doing?
Patrolling.
You're crouching in a shadow."
Well, yes, I don't want to be seen while I'm patrolling.
"Why are you patrolling? You're
Make
not
sure the
deputized
Baron's
to
up
the
to
guard. I would know. I'm the one who does that.
I'm making sure the Baron's not up to no good.
The Baron is not here. He's
Not up to no good.
Look, I don't care how many negatives that was. I'll quintuple negative you. Just you wait.
Quintuple?
Yep.
Wow.
You know what? Never mind.
Also, that would be effectively one negative, so
Okay.
it would still be fine by me.
Have a good day, ma'am. And I nod sagely.
She shakes her head and goes back to the taxing work of her office. What else do people do? Oh, Kea did want to get with Talos and actually start up a book club.
Yes.
If you're looking for Talos, he's usually like around this time of the day. He's usually in the city looking for ways to help. Just general volunteering. Or at
Yep.
the church, I guess.
What would Eight Eyes be doing?
Oh no.
Well, with Talos, Kea could just wait until Talos comes home because eventually he would, right? He does
Yeah.
sleep at
so.
at the house, so perhaps for dinner or perhaps while taking a communal meal together, it might come up.
Yeah.
Who does the cooking in your house?
That was a great question.
Kea or Limina, I'm guessing.
Limina is capable, and she doesn't mind it, but cooking for 7 people is not exactly easy labor, especially when you're using medieval implements. So she would probably encourage sharing the load among various people, and potentially, well, actually, we could all try and do it, or buddy up in the kitchen, or have 2 different teams, and one does one night and one does the next night. I mean,
Well,
I can cook. Kea, you can cook?
Yeah, I can cook. I mean, nothing fancy, but I can make
Well, same.
breads.
Breads?
Yeah.
Oh, you can bake.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's great. We'll have bread. How about anyone else?
God,
Oh man.
Unless
Oh,
I
I
can use
have
my
an idea.
Unless I can use my crafting check to bake.
Sorry, what are you doing
Cook.
against Cecil right now at this very moment?
Cecil's doing nothing right now.
Well, Cecil's being asked if he can cook.
What is the cooking skill?
If I can use
Um,
crafting, then yes. Because I have a +8 in crafting.
Genuinely?
Is it occultism?
No.
Yes.
I learned some secret recipes from dark tomes.
Anyone can have a very can have a basic cooking ability without actually having like lore cooking or
Crafting?
What would happen
Okay.
if I were to be like, oh, I am cooking this recipe from my home country. It is 2 eggs and a bar of butter.
I mean, you can do that.
Would I have to roll and fail?
No.
And in an attempt to get Biblo excited about cooking,
Not-
can Kea teach Biblo all those awful little like hidden like you hide things in bread and then someone gets the piece that's like really spicy, or like you put a little like crown in the soup and then whoever gets that is lucky. I feel like that would be Biblo's shit.
So I'm gonna be weirdly out of character because I don't know how to initiate this naturally. I would like for Eight Eyes to be in the background for this, and then just kind of get involved in the cooking, I guess.
Sure.
And I'm seeing this as a means of potentially like, I don't know, getting to know his coworkers. So Eight Eyes just kind of sees you, and he's like, "What are y'all doing? I see a bunch of ingredients. Is this related to that mushroom room? Mushroom room? Fungi room?"
Well, it could be. I mean, some of them are edible. Some of them you put in soup. Some of them you put like as like a savory topping on crostadas.
What's a crostata?
A crostada is
I
it's
actually don't even know that as out of character.
It's like a. Let me find a picture.
Something crusty.
Yeah, it's kind of like a pie.
Also, to answer the question, Cecil, technically because of the way the crafting skill works, yes, you would
Yes.
use it to cook. But I think of it as like a roleplay thing where like if it doesn't make sense for your character to know how to do something with crafting, then I wouldn't use it for such. Even though it technically could. But if Cecil does know how to cook, then he knows how to cook. That's basically what I'm saying here. If if you want your
Yeah.
character to know how to cook, that they know how to, they can make food.
Cecil doesn't know how to cook, but would probably be a quick study.
Mm.
I'm a pretty good pastry chef.
Nice.
Is the hat a one of those frosting squeeze things?
Why, yes, it is voice in the sky.
Excellent.
It's full of buttercream.
The best.
Or I guess what Cecil would be is that if Cecil would not know to cook off cuff, but if he gave Cecil a recipe with exact instructions, it would come out perfectly. That's the kind of
Is
person
it-
Cecil is.
Is it Swiss buttercream or French buttercream?
Well, I'm not sure what the difference is.
One of them has like 15 more steps than the other.
Does one have like meringue in it or something crazy?
Yes.
Ah, then not that one. Well, that sounds great.
I think, yeah, that's Swiss buttercream is the one with meringue. French
Um,
buttercream is easier.
How about Talos?
She's asking me.
Um,
Is that Lemon asking, or is that
yes,
okay?
I have decided yes.
Okay. I've never cooked before.
Oh, well, all right.
I used to help. I used to help my nonna out, I guess, but I mean that was more like kind of rolling some dough and getting her whatever she asked for. Not really sure if that counts as cooking.
Every little bit of experience counts. But I think we
I
have
can help move things around for you.
yes, I know you can do that.
I think that'd be kind of that's kind of the definition of overkill. It's nothing that particularly heavy.
Okay.
I don't know, Talos. I'm joking with you, Talos. This is not his voice. I can't seem to get it right.
But I think everyone can maybe learn.
Yes.
All right.
I can put some time aside.
Well, just as we're cooking, follow along, and eventually we'll all be doing it.
He'll nod.
Nod sagely.
Okay. Well, with the cooking situation figured out, right. So, book club. Limina, not Limina. Kea, how are you dealing with book club?
Well, first approaching Talos and Talos. So I mentioned a book club a while ago. Are you actually interested in doing a book club, or were you just sort of agreeing to be nice?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Fuck. Dude, I'm pissed. I'm sorry. Okay, so listen. Talos looks confused as he's searching for something. Above the table, I had notepads of names for the book club, and I lost. Got there.
Ah.
Uh,
1 second. We were thinking of inviting Limina, Ileana, Clane, you, me, Frostbite, and possibly Sir Emery. We could also just walk around with like copies of Thomas Shen and see who recognizes them and invite them.
Yeah, that would be nice. I patrol the town every day. I can ask.
Yeah, since a lot of people are in town already and you always go to patrol, what do you think of holding it in like the I noticed there's a center garden with like a really pretty tree. We could have it there, do you think?
Uh, yeah. I we could make a poster, and I can put it on me, and I can walk around with it.
Yes. Okay. Let's do it.
Okay.
He'll I guess get to looking, find a big white sheet of some kind, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
You find a wooden board of appropriate proportions.
Mm-mm. Oh, do we have a name yet?
No. Nope. Do you have any ideas?
Um, uh, I was thinking perhaps maybe the golden bookmarks.
All right, that works.
Got it in one.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, uh, okay.
I mean, I honestly had no idea, so
He'll smile, and I guess he'll start drawing that on the wood plate.
yeah. We can have an arts and crafts day.
Dron drops his gun.
Wait.
Then he lifts it back up.
Don't thread on me, poster. Right.
All right. So did you want to ask any of these people specifically, or did you want to just walk around and see who's interested?
All right. Sir Henry and
Is it Henry? Fuck.
Amory.
Emery.
That's it.
I say Amory, but
I can find Sir Emery and Frostbite and ask him.
well, I could go with you.
Oh, sure.
Yeah,
We
I
can
was
go
just-
together.
I was thinking you could hold the sign, I could hold some books. We'd look really official.
Oh, true.
He'll I'm assuming by now he's done with the sign, and it's like a very like not very well. The handwriting is nice, but it looks very bare bones, just like the golden bookmarks, and then there's like a little book badly drawn on it.
Yeah, the image was drawn in MS Paint.
Yeah. And then written under it, join our book club.
Okay. You.
I think I was just make sure that if we're going into town, Alice would also grab Johnny with him.
Ah, okay. Well, you definitely strike a very eye-catching collection of people. The excuse me. I'm suddenly
What?
tired. Sorry, had to yawn.
Sorry, they got me. It's just absurd.
The book club quite quickly fills, well, doesn't fill up, but the people that you aimed to pick up on it, Ileana, Klain, Talos, Talos obviously, Ileana, Limina, Klain, and Frostbite, each agree to join in. Sir Amory even does say that he might show up occasionally. He's seemingly more amused than anything else. you also get Thrum. Um,
Oh shit.
and for the time being, that is the totality of the book club. But the tree in the park is definitely uh, is definitely a nice place to sit underneath. Um, does anyone else from the group want to join the book club?
Nah.
Okay.
Not until they read the great works of Bones McJangles.
Mm,
Ain't no way. I don't think we know who that guy is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
and yes, the first meeting of your little book club, held a day or two later, is a great success. What do you, since people are in different parts of the story, but everyone's read at least the first one? Are you just discussing the first book, Slayer of the Crimson Dragon?
Yeah, that seems like a good place to start.
Yeah.
The discussions are quite enjoyable as you all indulge your inner fans about this very strong tiefling.
Yeah.
That's fucking nice.
And since we have all the books, we can make sure that the second book, people who haven't read the second book get access to it, and so on and so forth.
Yes,
You can have like a lending library.
that's true. And yeah, at this point, yeah, everyone will be able to read them. Oh, and that's speaking of, Kea, have you started on book 8?
Yes.
Indeed. If I remember correctly, that is the book 8. Oh, rather, no, excuse me. You haven't read book 7 yet. Just looking at my notes. Yeah, you're through book 6. You haven't read 7 and 8 yet. Book 7 is Thomas Shen and the Eternal Lords.
Ooh.
Last you left off with Thomas Shen, he was on the Isle of Senahan, having just arrived there, and got into some kind of silly escapades in the city of Keyport, but now he has moved on to the city of Tixtus in his continuing quest for the Girdle of Crom, seeking out the knowledge of the Eternal Lords that rule there, well, eternally, through some unknown and no doubt disturbing means, playing out their infinite games of politics with the people of their city and any who should enter as their pawns. So yeah, it starts off pretty good. The remainder of the party, we have left out Biblo, if Biblo would like to do anything during downtime as well. Also, we haven't had too much to hear from Eight Eyes, so I just wanted to make sure that we at least touched on them in case you want to do something during the week leading up to the festival.
Okay, so Sal's, I'm gonna be very honest with you. I'm having a hard time thinking of something.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's not a job, So that's
Just
fine.
wanna-
If you want to
Just want to fight.
if you
Eight
just want
Eyes-
to relax for the week, that's fine.
8 Eyes probably. God damn it, dude. Okay, yeah, I
Yeah, don't
give me,
force it.
no,
It's
just give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me just try.
okay.
You can always patrol with me.
Yeah, no, you know what? All right, yeah, I go on patrol with Talos.
Take out,
Um,
take the streets. Pick up some
Yeah.
babes with Talos.
Okay, wait a minute.
I hope that we do a good job and you be a good wingman. But Talos, know that I will be your wingman as well. I guess I don't know. Back home, I wasn't quite the ladies' man. In that I was too young for that.
You don't have to be a ladies' man to help people.
Oh, that's some sound advice.
Yes.
So, Talos, I guess like while we're here, just shooting the shot. I want to know a bit more about you. What? Just how do I ask you this?
Talos
Why-
looks at
why-
you a
why-
little bit confused.
Why are you so nice? I kind of want to know what drives you. I guess if that makes any sense.
Oh my god. In my head, the first thing that popped up was the Skeletor. I'm not nice.
I don't know.
Just,
Well-
I mean, I guess if you want me to make that make sense, I don't know. Out of everybody in the group, you're kind of like the one that, and I'm not trying to put you in the situation, but if I were to see someone to, essentially run in front of a blade coming down on someone, you'd be the first one to be, you'd stop it. You got a sense of altruism to you. And, I don't know, I kind of tend to think that's, more... I just want to know what the motivation is. Like, you kind of seem to live your life without reward.
Oh, well, I am rewarded.
Oh?
It feels good to help people.
Huh. I guess, yeah. Yeah, you're right. When we saved that baby, yeah, I mean, it could have been worse. We saved the baby. So, yeah, I guess that felt good.
Yes. I was taught when I was a child to never do good for people with expectations. You either do it or you don't.
Okay.
Hmm.
Just, I don't know. I'm not really quite sure, like... I'm
Oh.
looking for the excitement of it all, Just, it's fun.
Do you?
Talos would kind of a little bit timidly up.
Do you worship any gods?
I feel like I did pick one, so let me open up my character sheet and see if I did. Give me a second.
Must be a 10 kid,
Well-
right?
What would it be under?
It should be top right of your sheet immediately, no?
Top right of my sheet.
Oh,
Yeah,
the-
it's like dating.
your
Did I
deity.
just not fix that?
I also
That's
haven't
not-
put all the deities.
Yeah, I hasn't put them in. Yeah.
I have put a number of them in, but I haven't put all of them in.
Yes.
What would the closest be for a bunch of spider people to worship?
I haven't.
Maybe you don't worship anything.
Well, actually, Grandmother Spider.
she's not in this campaign, right?
No, but yes.
No, but yes.
You're,
No,
you're
but
gonna
yeah.
need to uncomplicate that for me. Thank you. very much.
She isn't a god. But the Anadi do worship an entity called Grandmother Spider.
Yeah, Yeah, we
and-
gotta. I don't really know how to make. Oh, could you give me just like some?
Well, no,
information
they
about
think
her?
they think she's a god, and she can have clerics of her, technically.
And it's Grandmother Tyndall, right?
Grandmother Spider.
Grandmother Spider. Um. Yeah, we got someone back home that we tend to believe in. She's. Well, I'd rather keep that to myself right now, Talos. I feel like, but all you gotta know is that. What would the like tenets be for Grandmother Spider?
Well,
Let me look this up. Unless I can make it up right now, I guess.
no, you can actually. She's essentially the
Okay.
same from. That's why the reason why I'm using her is because she is pretty perfect, for the purpose. So if you just because you just typed in Grandmother Spider. Oh no,
What?
you used the actual Grandmother Spider. So if you look into her using the 3 dots
There we
there,
go. Can
you
I
can
just
open her up and
better items? Here we go.
just scroll all the way down on her description. You'll see her edicts.
There we go. You believe the powerful, skilled, and clever can for yourself dictate things for your work. So I'd rather keep like who I worship as a secret, like, well, not secret, but to myself. It's kind of on the basis that I kind of learned very quickly that there ain't really particularly like hatred around who you worship, but the way that you tend to be seen and perceived and generalized tend to come off when you answer that. So for now, I'm gonna keep that to myself, Talos. But I can at least tell you that like
I wouldn't hate you.
it's not it's not really. It's just something I'd rather keep to myself at the moment. It's not that I don't trust you. It's just there's some stuff that I'd rather be private right now with. I can at least tell you that she's had a great impact on how I kind of see the world. Some of it kind of is the reason why I tend to be a bit surprised, I suppose, by like it's the reason why I asked you. Oh, this actually works perfectly. Um, because one of her like one of her wisdoms of life is to always expect due payment for what you do. You should expect when you do something for something to be in return. At least that's how I took it, and that's while we're here, I figured to ask you, what it is it drives you, and if it's it never really occurred to me that part of the payment could be just positivity.
Well, also, I think, well, when I needed help, I had people around me to help me. I'd also like to be that for others.
You've been that for sure. I can definitely tell you that. I think out of everybody here, you're kind of like, at the moment, at least to me, in my eyes, the pillar that, the glue that cements everything.
Well, I don't know about that, but it's thank you.
Yeah. Are we gonna? Well, I'm hoping we do more of these nights. Maybe I can at least tell you a bit more about myself as time goes on. But for now, we gotta make sure to stay vigilant and stop any crime.
Well, we're not
Which-
much. We're not gonna be crime fighting. We're mostly gonna help the elderly, um, and make sure the kids don't hurt themselves. If anybody needs to be healed, I can heal them a little. Um, you just
Oh. Yeah.
there is I believe there's guards in the city for the laws and stuff. I
As,
don't know much about these here in this land.
I suppose that's something to do as well. All right. Let's make sure that the kids don't kill themselves.
Yes.
Okay. All right, and
Listen, I'm not
good
gonna
plan.
dial it all the way down in one session.
Bebo, you're good for the week.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Then with that,
Thank you for that, Heather. I appreciate it.
we continue to finally the day of the festival arriving. The town is now, um, or rather, the central square of the town is now choked with tents, as various people have brought in their wares from as far away as as
Little Crossing.
Little Crossing. And on the bright side, Baker from Baker's Dozen actually does
Oh,
have a
hell
stand
yeah.
here.
Hell yeah.
And actually, if you were to go and see his stand, you would see him as well as a very small and wizened looking Aneban
His grandma.
working alongside him. Sorry. My nose. You also see that there are a number of different stalls for games, for various shops. You see that um, sorry, I feel like my head is underwater. That Gorba and Ephemeral have set up a stall of their own, showing off a number of their wares, and just generally speaking, the festival itself seems very nice, actually. There's stalls selling various foods and drinks, and overall, it has the sense of a summer fair, albeit a very small one. The sort of one that you would sort of float around for a while before going home after maybe an hour or two.
Yeah.
The
But I gotta see the parade first.
there is no parade, actually.
What about the 5K around the town?
No, there's none of that either.
What the fuck kind of summer fair is this?
I
Small
told
town
you
summer
it's a
fair.
pretty bad one. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's but it was thrown together very quickly, and currently the mayor and the baron and Mr. Maribald, the baron's man in town, are sitting on a sort of raised stage right in front of the mayor's house, looking out across the event, and are looking, generally speaking, like they don't want to be there. The mayor in particular is sort of like, it doesn't look like they actually got her a chair sized for her, so she's just sort of like looking over the table at nose level.
Jesus, man.
Versus the Baron, who just looks generally like he has better things to do and is only here because he has to be, which is exactly true. And Snidley just looks generally very uncomfortable and wormy because he is.
Yes.
Also, directly to Snidley's right stands Utrecht Paul, who just makes anyone uncomfortable. There are a number of games, actually, and things to do. if you yourselves would like to explore the festival, at all.
Can I find Frostbite? Make sure it's good.
Make a perception check.
The DC for that is like 2, right?
It's probably, if he's here, it's probably not difficult.
Okay.
You espy Frostbite quite quickly. He, like you, and like the other Minotaurs and Centaurs in town, rather towers over everyone else. And so you are able to pick him out of the crowd nearly instantaneously. You see that he is walking with Seraphine, looking at the various wares. You also see that he is wearing he is not wearing his usual garb of not much. He is actually fit into a shirt and pants that have been somehow forced over him. Both garments are clearly out of their league, but giving it a good college try. As he continues to walk around and just look generally sort of uncomfortable, but taking it all in. And he does see you approaching, and he sort of like gently waves. Seraphina gives you quite a bit more of an enthusiastic greeting. Talos, it's good to see you here. It's good to see this guy here, isn't it?
Yes. You made it.
I did. It's not as bad as I was expecting. No one's thrown anything at me yet, which is good.
Hopefully there won't be any reason to ever think about doing that.
Yeah, hopefully. I won't give anyone I wouldn't, of course.
Tell her, give us a pat on the back.
Yeah, tell us, you do, and you note that the, as you do so, that the spikes of ice that emerge from along his spine have actually punctured through the back of the shirt in most places. As you look, he notices and sort of grins. It was the only way to get it on.
You could probably perhaps get something custom made, I think. Next time.
Perhaps.
Well, I must go back to my companions, but I'll see you later.
Enjoy.
I also wave and go back.
Okay.
Just gotta wait for whenever the altercation happens.
Okay. Speaking of that, would you each of you make a perception check?
Oh boy.
All of us, all right. Hidden?
Spells. I've been replacing some of the spells in my spellbook with the remaster versions that have been added. If that's all right with you.
Absolutely.
I don't
Alright,
have
so yeah, I put Runic Weapon and Blazing Bolt there. Blazing Bolt is just renamed Scorching Ray, so.
I don't have a
And
token.
Runic Weapon is better magic weapon.
You don't have
oh
a
no,
token.
your token.
I don't
It's
know.
not on the map.
How could you not have a token?
He was there before.
He was there before.
Where'd you put him?
Where'd he go? He wasn't the Silver Arm Inn. I saw him.
He moved to Luminous House.
He did move to. Oh, Ileana came out of the Silver Arm Inn. Get back in there, Ileana.
No! She can go where she wants. Let her
No,
go
she
to the
can't.
festival.
No, she is at the festival, but her token needs to stay here. Alright. Oh, there you are.
Banned from festival.
You now have a token. I'm gonna put you over here.
Are we gonna go buy out Baker and Baker or Baker's Dozen again?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Quint, Kea, and Biblo. At various points, you do notice. Well, you see occasionally members of Fandrel's Raiders just around, but the three of you notice Denexes staring at you with just the glare of. You know that movie where Samuel L. Jackson played like the worst neighbor ever?
I'm not familiar offhand.
Which one?
This one. Here, put this in the thing.
Oh, yeah, I'm familiar with the picture.
Yeah. He's staring at you like that, basically.
He is not happy with that son.
He seems distinctly displeased with your existence.
Yep.
I think we might have permanently soured that relationship at least for a while.
Talos will wave
Nope,
at
let's
him.
make some mistakes. It's Kaya's turn. I would like to buy some sweets from Baker's Dozen and go up to Denaxis.
Okay. I like to say Talos is waving at him with a smile across.
Okay. Technically, Talos, you were not one of the ones who saw him, so unless it was pointed out to you.
I pointed out.
Okay. Yeah, Talos, you're able to wave to Naxis, and he cheerfully waves back before going back to staring at Biblo and Cecil.
Oh, he's just staring at the two of them. Okay, yeah, I didn't do anything. I'm fine.
Okay.
I also wave at him.
Cecil and Biblo got ice cream while he's just staring at us.
Oh, Biblo's already gotten like a huge overlaid armful of fried dough on sticks that he's gonna give to everybody in the party, so he can just manage like a little half wave while holding them.
We give it to everybody except for the Naxis.
Cecil sees that he's looking at us and just disappears behind a wall.
Kea, if you go and purchase, you are able to purchase some nice,
Yes.
tasty comestibles from Baker's Dozen, and if you were to go over to Nexus and give one to him, he would cheerfully thank you. Before going, I'm going to kill your friends later. You know that, right?
You know, I was there and I understand.
Okay.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure that we're good.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Okay.
you're going to be in the fight, so I might have to knock you out. But
Yeah. Yeah, no, I understand. It just long term, you know?
You mean actually kill, though?
Does he mean actually kill? He doesn't actually mean. Well, maybe he does.
Kea, roll a perception check.
Okay.
You're not sure.
Hey, are we talking about?
Or
that
rather,
murder
you actually do get an excellent read on Denaxis. He's not a very cagey fellow, but you're not sure that he's sure.
Well, if it look, you didn't hear this from me, but Cecil is 19 and maybe not the smartest person, so like if you're going to kill him, maybe wait for him to like hit actual maturity, and then if he's still an asshole, then kill him.
Denaxis narrows his eyes.
Look, it's not my fault my party is half adolescent. I didn't pick them.
Is that people like 300 years old or something?
Beeble is a clown, it counts.
I don't think I can actually kill clowns anyway, so.
Yeah, they're forever. You know, he'll just become confetti and come back in the morning.
That's scary.
Creepy.
Yeah. You know, he convinced Eight Eyes he died once.
That's actually very funny. Maybe I have judged him too harshly. I'm still going to beat the snot out of them both, though.
You know, it's what they were asking for.
Yes.
Just maybe knock me out quickly and move on, okay? And she'll walk away.
Just really just kind of clock me right here. This is where you can really,
This is the
do
spot.
those.
Yeah.
I'll go down like a rock.
That was the realest statement of all time.
I like you,
Yes.
so I'll kill you last.
Yeah. Go back to the party, hand out, exchange, fried dough for sweets with Biblo and go, I would have a backup plan to fake your own death again, just saying.
Oh, I always have a backup plan to fake my own death.
Okay, good.
No trouble. Yeah.
I'll just die.
Well, this looks good.
No, you'll be fine. Cecil might also want a backup plan. I think the rest of us will wake up in the morning.
Cecil's gone.
He just left.
Yeah, you disappeared into a bush.
Which bush should I warn then?
Oh, like that one over there, the little flowers.
Okay. Okay, I'll like toss like a roll into the bush and be like, Cecil, I have healing spells ready. I can bring you back.
Okay. Whoops. With that, would anyone, there are games of chance and also of skill. You see one of those hammer things to knock the thing up into the bell. If anyone would like to try any of the games.
Yeah, the hammer.
What do we got?
Biblo
What
is
do we
going to
got?
do the hammer thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Biblo, you walk up to the barker going, step right up to test your strength. Well, you're a little clown. Literally. That's not an insult, it's merely a description.
Oh, we're fellow entertainers, you and I.
Yes, we are. So, you would like to test your strength?
Absolutely, my good man.
Well, I can't imagine the pratfalls that will come out of this. All right. Step right up and try it out. You get 3 chances to put that weight up into the bell. Let's see what you can do.
Okay. Would my strength is a -1.
Mm-hmm. Yes, okay.
With Mage Hand, could I exert more force than my physical gnomish body is capable of?
That is not how Mage Hand works.
What? It can move things like five weights or whatever. A bulk. I don't know how
It can
things
move
work
up to
anymore.
5 bulk.
I don't know. No, it used to be like 5 pounds, and now it's
Yeah.
like 1 bulk or whatever that means. That means nothing
What,
to me.
what,
It just
what
made
level
up.
of spell can you cast? Second, I think, right now, right?
Yeah.
I see. I can. It's just one unattended object of light bulk or less.
Oh wait, that's 3rd level spell. Well, I can't even do that yet.
Well, no, the third level makes it stronger. So you can do mage hand as a cantrip, which you can just do.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know.
It gets stronger as you get higher level, though.
Alright, so you can
I'll just use my
grasp
little body.
the target
I was just
object
about to say
and
exactly
move
that.
it slowly up to 20 feet. So that moving something slowly is not exactly the descriptor you want applied to this particular game. But you know what? Sure.
Well, I could use my little clown body. I could like try to move the hammer with Mage Hand, and it just like wiggles around a bunch.
What
And
if?
I'm really trying, like I'm really exerting a lot of willpower,
The
and it looks like it hurts.
Yes. You know what? The Mage Hand will ameliorate the fact that the hammer is otherwise more than what you can comfortably lift.
Oh,
It's a pretty heavy hammer.
wait, could Unseen Servant pick up a hammer?
Yes. I will.
What is Unseen Servant capable of actually doing physically?
I'd have to look at the spell.
Let's see. Yeah, clicking this, clicking this. This
An
tells
unseen
me-
servant has a strength of -4.
Oh, where are you seeing this? Where am I not looking for this?
I was looking on the
Thank you.
archive, not this.
Because when I click around on the sheet, it just like brings me around in a little loop where it's like, it casts the Unseen Servant spell. Click on that. You get to use that when you cast the Unseen Servant spell. Like, yeah. Okay, well, he's just gonna use his little clown body then. That's no problem. He puts up a big show of doing it with a Mage Hand. Lifts it just a little bit off the ground, wiggles it around. Really makes a lot of noises of exertion. And then gives up and breathes heavily, and then goes to pick it up himself, and it is so heavy, and he does that thing where he's off balance and he like kind of runs to one side and then runs to the other as it like counterweights him.
The Barker is looking genuinely concerned over whether you might injure yourself.
Oh, I've got it, my man, I've got it. What role is this?
This would be athletics.
Okay, I'm great at that. I'm really good. Oh, you know.
It you sort of just use gravity and like give it an extra nudge. And actually, yeah, it gets about you hit it. It does not get away all the way up, but it does get about halfway up, which is a lot more than perhaps you were reasonably expecting. And it's definitely more than what the Carnival Barker was expecting. He's like, wow, that was actually pretty good. Congratulations, you get actually a prize.
Oh.
Surprisingly enough. Not the big one, but you get
Oh, there's
one of
one.
these.
Oh, what a...
And he hands you a tiny little, no, not tiny, but I mean literally tiny in that it's in the tiny size category. It's a little carved dog.
Ooh. What is the big prize? Because he like kind of gestured to it. He said, not one of these, but one of these. So what is the big thing?
That is true. The big prize is a mirror.
Ooh, neat.
Oh.
It is a large mirror that is framed with what looks to be actual silver.
Ooh, Talos, 8 eyes. Come over here.
I'm coming.
You guys
I'm
are
coming.
strong.
All right, we're coming. What do you need?
If you guys just sort of hit this doohickey with this hammer, we could maybe get that nice mirror for the house. We could put it in the pool. That'd be kind of cool.
What do you mean hit this doohickey with a hammer?
Step right up and try to hit this thing with that thing to make that thing go up to hit that thing.
So all I have to do is hit this doohickey with the hammer?
Yes!
Talos, let me do this first because you're gonna win.
You
Alright.
get 3 tries, sir.
Alright.
Biblo's gonna cast Bullhorn on himself and try to drum up a crowd to watch these big boys do their thing to impress people.
Alright, the Carnival Barker actually genuinely appreciates this.
Excellent. I shoot him a little wink and a a thumbs up.
He gives you a small thumbs up as well as he
Yeah.
also works the crowd. Hurry, hurry, hurry! Come and watch these two specimens of strength attempt to win the great prize. Everybody, come and watch the show. And yeah,
A pinnacle of majestic strength.
these two mountains of mighty muscle will attempt to win the magical mirror.
Is the mirror actually magical?
Are you reading Aura?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. I say nothing.
Magic mirror, magic mirror.
It was just good alliteration. All right. Yeah. Eight Eyes, roll athletics.
Okay. First I spit on my hands, rub them together, and then I roll.
Oh!
Here we go, everybody. I mean, I don't know if I can do this, but let me give it a shot at least.
Yeah, Eight Eyes, you hit the bell.
All right.
You swing the hammer with all of your might and cause the weight to go flying up and bang into the bell and cause it to give a great big ring. All right. You
Well,
won a prize.
what I win, sir. Sorry, there's a cat in my lap and it's adorable.
This gentle giant managed to hit the bell while holding an adorable kitten in one arm. Muscles of steel, heart of gold.
So, here's the really funny part. I just realized that I probably thought I wanted like a jumping grappler, you know, like a leaping grappler with 8 eyes, and I put all of my points into acrobatics, thinking that's athletics.
Ah.
Where
Athletics is for
Well,
jumping.
that's grappling. That's yeah,
Oh, then
jumping is
what's-
athletics and it's
then
yeah,
what's
grappling.
Wait, then what is acrobatics?
Balancing,
Sick
tumbling.
So I
Sick
didn't
flips.
fuck up.
No, you didn't.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
you're good. Yeah.
Cool.
Only
okay.
with Windows.
All right, because there were moments where it's like, how am I
Yeah,
gonna turn this character to what I need him to be?
Acrobatics is more finesse
Mhm.
stuff.
Literal
You're just gonna jump
athletic.
and chuck people. You just, that's just raw strength.
Mhm.
So, wait, sorry, did I not catch? What did I win?
Well, I guess you won this. And with that, he pulls
A gun to the gut.
he pulls the mirror off the wall and hands it to you. Congratulations, sir! You've won our first grand prize of the day. Now, on to the next prize. We have this here.
Oh, what is it?
I'm looking for where I wrote it down. Hold on. Give me 1 second. My bad. This little rune. He places the rune on the plinth where the mirror once was.
Wait, a rune?
A rune. You have to say it with a trilled R or it doesn't work.
Rune.
There you go. See, you got it.
I suppose, like, I already got the mirror. I give it to who wanted the mirror?
I want the mirror.
I give it to you.
It's so big.
Yeah, Biblo is crushed beneath the mirror.
No.
Can I use Unseen Servant to carry the mirror around
Yes,
for the rest
actually,
of the day?
you know what? Unseen Servant is able to carry this mirror. That's okay.
I am going to spend a first level spell slot on the day of our grand fight to carry a mirror around.
Excellent.
Yeah.
The mirror is now floating. This rune is
Ada is
used
a
with
rock
armor to make it
Better armor. It's some call it an armor potency rune.
Oh, wait. I'm going to try.
Step right up, sir. Whoa, okay, yeah, well, I didn't feel like holding on to this rune anyway.
Okay,
Are Minotaurs even able to play this? Or, well, doing.
You guys are incredible.
Is this even legal?
All right, well, that was short-lived. Here is your prize, sir. Are there any other titans of physicality that would like to clear me out of all my prizes?
I can go find my friend.
What?
Yeah.
I know someone else.
Talos, you actually do see Frostbite and Seraphina sort of like in the back of the crowd watching.
I wave over to Frostbite.
Frostbite seems to try to resist and somehow is pulled forward by Seraphina.
Step right up, you hulking gentleman! Grab the hammer!
Why are they feeding people in this town? Okay.
It's the soup of the day!
Thrum's food is really good. You should try it.
I mean, I still like fitting into my clothes, so maybe another time. All right, why not? This frosty gentleman will try to win our next grand prize, which is this bag of holding.
Ooh.
Okay, now I have to actually look up.
The way he gets triple taps.
I guess 3 tries, so.
It's another 28. I don't know what I'll do. So
Do a
look out.
backflip.
I might.
It
I'll
might
hurt
be a
myself
good day.
seriously.
Yeah, don't do that. I also the thing I wanted to say, Sal, is the Retribution Axe is still in my inventory. If you would want
Oh yeah, let me. I will yoink that out of your inventory presently.
Thank you.
Dee-dee-lee. Okay, let me just actually do that because I can't technically. Oh no, I could. That was dumb. Okay, well. And okay, good. All right, so Frostbite sort of very tentatively takes the hammer and seemingly to almost holding himself back in the extreme, very gently hits the thing and only causes it to go slightly above where Bibelo hit it.
Now surely you could do better than that, sir. This is a game of strength, and if you don't have strength in that big body of yours, then what's it good for? Come on, try it again.
He hits it again, this time higher, but it doesn't quite get to the top.
Talos will let's see.
Come on. You can do it.
Okay. Let's see if he can do it.
Come on, do it.
You know what? If you're I'm gonna count that as helping. So we'll get a +1.
Yay!
What?
But he is too sheepish. It is just too much for him. He can't handle the pressure of having so many eyes on him at once, and this time it is even less hard. And he sort of backs away and goes, "Sorry, it's not me."
No, it's all right. Sometimes the largest of us are the most gentle. Don't feel bad, my friend. You tried your best.
A gentle soul.
A gentle soul.
I give him a consolation sweet roll.
Good try.
Truly, ladies and gentlemen, a book cannot be read by its cover alone.
So wise.
Would anyone else like to try the bell game, or would anyone else like to perhaps go for the Wheel of Fortune?
I'll try the Wheel of Fortune.
The gamblers in the party coming out.
Harry, 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 come and try the Wheel of Fortune! All carnival barkers have this voice.
I see.
No.
I'll spin your wheel.
No, you
Of
won't.
many
I'll
fortunes.
spin the wheel, and you'll maybe win a
Alright.
prize, or
Alright.
perhaps you'll win not a prize, but
Okay.
something.
Oh. I'll go. Sure, why not?
All right.
Is there a fishing game?
Yes.
Yes, there is. All right.
I'll let the Wheel of Fortune people go first.
There is a fishing game, but yes, let us let the. All right.
Spin the wheel round and round. Where it ends, who knows? All right, sir.
Alright.
Step right up.
Now you step right up.
Okay.
Spin.
Roll a D100 for me, please.
All right. I get turned into two dogs.
In a trench coat.
Yes.
That's not a bad roll, probably. Unless it's like golf rules.
Hold on.
You fool! You fell. We fell for it. It was actually the secret fountain again.
I mean, all right. It comes around and around and around, and lands upon a wedge of the wheel that has a little flame in it and a little no sign over it. And you see that every flame within 10 feet of you, which is a couple of torches, really just a couple of torches on either side of the Wheel of Fortune, go out.
Yeah.
It looks like you won the extinguisher. What's your name,
that?
kid?
Cecil.
Cecil the Extinguisher. No flame survives within his presence.
What?
How
What?
long?
All right, next.
What? For how long?
I knew it. It was the cursed fountain. No.
No.
GG's.
And actually, as you walk away, you see that other torches start extinguishing within an aura of 20 feet, not 10. Quint, you wanted to spin the Wheel of Fortune?
Sure, why not?
All right, roll a D100. Oh, you rolled it hidden too.
Oops.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I didn't realize I was rolling it hidden.
Everybody.
That's fine. That's funny.
You watch the wheel spin around and round, and as it does so, it lands upon a little swirly symbol,
It dies.
and in that instant, you are no longer there.
I do die.
Oh no!
You are suddenly transposed into the astral sea.
He's dead.
Your vision swims with silvery clouds and islands of pure thought floating in a vague nothingness.
Might be holding eternity right now.
You're beholding the cosmos right now.
And just as soon as you are there, you are back right where you were. Vaguely aware, or not vaguely actually, precisely aware of where nearby, in the mountains to the west, not nearby, it's actually, you know that it is about 60 miles away in the mountains to the west. There is a rune portal of Urchulan. Not that
Whoa.
you know who Urchulan is.
Well,
I mean-
that's something for Quinn to find out all of a sudden.
You have won the astral vision.
Is it in my vision? Was it an active portal?
You just know where it's located. You don't know what's up with it.
Okay.
You just feel that tendril of the astral sea extending from there.
You saw space, and you know where a hole in the world is
We.
from rolling a Wheel of Fortune.
Hey, can I roll like a will save to see if I like obsess over this a little bit?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, you can do
You
that
know what?
without the will save, actually.
I know, but it's funnier this way. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's
do a
funny
private-
when the dice decides.
Oh wow, yeah, I do. I'm fine. I know I rolled it privately to just the GM. I rolled a 27. I'm
Mhm.
fine. I'm good.
Yeah, no, you're
Nice.
you don't care actually.
It
It's
is.
just like, eh.
Hey, yeah, you know what? It's the Cosmos. This is all right.
It's all right. People change their lives over rolling that one.
Yeah, I mean, it was like pretty, but I mean, there's like real shit here to deal with too. So.
Pearls before swine, ladies and gentlemen. Does anyone else want to roll on the Wheel of Fortune?
I do pull Kea and Biblo aside and like, no, for real though, I did see like a special portal someplace. When I say someplace, I mean I pull out a map and I point at like a mountain.
Cecil standing in the darkness.
Just carry that map with you.
Well, yeah, because
No, that's actually a great idea, because when things like this happen, I mean,
Yeah, let's go find it. I
don't
mean,
know
not
where
today.
it'll
We
be.
have plans today, but like, if we survive today, let's go find it.
Should we spin this wheel, or do you think there are things even more wild and threatening than what just happened to you out there?
I mean, I don't really think it was wild or threatening. I think
Dark.
it was fine.
All right,
all the
it sounds-
torches around you go dark. A figure approaches.
And
What's going on, guys?
suddenly all the
Oh.
torches reignite as the effect wears off. It only lasted
Oh,
about a
Thank
minute.
God. Thank God.
I am glad. Probably all of the food vendors are so happy that this thing just stopped working.
Oh, friggin' finally! Jeez, what the hell was that?
I wanna roll the doohickey.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. I'll roll it publicly. It's funny to see a number and wonder what it means. Roll.
Oh my god. You rolled the
No.
same thing I rolled.
No!
Oh,
Even
Awesome!
number.
Dude!
Biblo, you'll excuse me if I do not describe the cosmos again to you,
Yeah.
as I just did. But you, at the end of that, become also aware that 60 miles to your west, there is a rune portal of Urchulan. You don't know who Urchulan is. In fact, you don't actually have those words in your head, neither do you, Quint, but you still know that it is a rune portal of some ineffable and powerful entity from beyond time.
So Urchulan isn't like a known entity in general?
Just generally speaking, not unless you are a scholar of religion would you
Okay.
actually come up, or like or the arcane. Actually, you being you could roll occult and you would
Whoa!
occult
Okay.
is actually the easiest one to get Urchulan with. To get Urchulan information with. So if you have
I
no
rolled a 9.
idea who this is,
Yeah. But I did experience a wild thing.
yeah.
How you feeling about it?
I love the idea that he rolls the exact same number and Quint knows that it's the same number and Biblo pops out of existence and you're just left there waiting like, yep,
And he got
Oh
back.
no! To be
Back.
clear, you never saw Quint. Never left to your vision.
Oh,
He
I thought
that
you
was
said he went-
entirely within his mind.
I thought you said he went invisible or something. He stopped existing.
Mm-mm.
What? Oh, he astral projected. He didn't.
Yes, I was
shit.
describing that entirely to Quint's perspective.
Oh, my bad. Okay, so yeah, Beeble's just like stands, like
Yeah,
glazed eye
and
for
it
a
only-
moment, just like.
it only lasts like a couple moments. But yeah, now you too know where there's an astral portal. Would anyone else like to roll on the wheel?
I had a
Let's see
moment
if
where
I-
I was like, it'd be really funny if you rolled the exact same thing as me.
Dude, this is like the unicorn all over again.
Yeah.
We share a weird special bond, this serious man and a clown.
Kea, you roll.
Oh,
Oh, something
God, that
different.
was so good.
Threads of
It would've
fate,
been
oh
so
my
good.
gosh.
Alas.
But the odds would have been astronomical at that point.
You roll the wheel ends on a picture of a mouth and it's sort of like a smiling mouth and to which the barker goes, aha, the curse of honesty. I'm sorry, my dear, but you can no longer lie, except to yourself.
Well, that's the most important person to lie to, really. I guess. Does that count as lying? If I think it's true, but it's not true.
I think it must be true to you, which is grim. That's grim.
How long do I have to be truthful for? I should really just shut up, but I don't know if I can do that.
It lasts for 5 minutes.
Oh!
Anyone else? The wheel awaits.
All right. I mean, I'll take I can take a chance at that. Why not?
Roll away, my friend.
And I'm rolling 1d100. All right.
Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go, buddy.
A 44. What's
I
that?
rolled a 44.
If you add
Here-
them together, that's 8.
Hey, that's true.
That's my favorite.
Eight Eyes, you stand. The wheel alights on a picture of a butterfly, and at first nothing seems to happen, but then you notice a butterfly, and then another butterfly, and then another butterfly,
Oh no.
and soon you are surrounded by like a couple dozen butterflies. They're just sort of flapping around you and like occasionally landing on you.
Am I gonna die?
Do we all see it, or?
Yeah, no, these are actual butterflies that are like flying from nearby to accost Eight Eyes, and by accost I mean delightfully float around him.
Well, this is pretty nice.
And you get 4 minutes of your butterfly aura.
That's so cute.
I walked into a bar. I walked into the bar.
The butterflies all follow you in, except for a few that get the door closes in front of them, and so they all just sort of land on the door.
Oh no, we opened the door to let them in.
Oh, the butterflies fly in.
Gotta be polite.
And
wonder if-
immediately, shortly after you open the door, you hear Damascus. What the hell is going on?
I don't really know.
Why are there so many butterflies in my bar?
I don't know.
Well, Bebla,
Well, you brought them in, so I
rolled
hope-
the Wheel of Fortune, and apparently, if you get the little symbol of a butterfly, it means that butterflies really like you.
Listen,
You take the
What?
butterflies and get out of the bar.
do I look like some kind of butterfly tamer? To
Yeah,
you?
you know what? Yes, you do. So get out of the bar with the butterflies in case they decide to get bored and just float off, because I don't want them living inside the bar. Do you know how hard this is going to be to
Alright.
get them out?
All right. I just wanted to order a glass of milk. Let me walk outside.
I think that would be delightful.
Get a
That's
Have
glass
a
of
bar
milk
full
out
of
there.
butterflies?
Drinking a glass of milk while surrounded by butterflies while looking over a hill that looks over the town was my vision of perfection. I only have 4 minutes. So,
You know what?
Wait, I don't.
He hands you a glass of milk.
Thank ya. And I guess I try to run outside of town with the butterflies behind me.
All right, you don't run outside of town, but you do run outside of the festival. Go up onto the hill with the windmills and look out across the town, surrounded by butterflies, for about a minute.
And I drink my milk.
It's delightful.
This is the best moment I could have had in this town. Besides rescuing a baby from zombies.
All right. With that, there is a sort of a bit of a klaxon, a sorting of trumpets. Unless, excuse me, we were missing a person. Talos, would you like to roll on the Wheel of Fortune?
Okay.
You don't have to. The answer to that could be no.
No.
Okay. Then Talos wisely chooses to abstain.
It's against my religion.
That sounds like an excuse.
Yeah, I'm not trying to have my mind exploded.
I don't think anything on this list can explode your mind.
Yeah, but like one wrong will save and not believe the earth is flat. Yeah, I know how it goes.
I mean, yeah.
Yes. All right. Tell us with the wave goodbye.
It's with this that there are trumpets and such. And you see that all eyes are cast back to the Baron, who stands up in his chair, and actually the mayor also stands up on top of her chair, so that she can actually be seen. And the Baron gestures. Right now, thank you for all coming to this festival. It has been my pleasure to host it for you all. It is thus that I have been asked to give a few words, but it came to my attention that there has been a request for a champion's call. So as a final end to today's merriment, we shall watch some dreadful and terrifying combat right in front of you here between and he takes a paper and Fandrell's Raiders and the Old Reliables.
No, it's the Young Reliables.
Would the two parties come to the center of the plaza? Clear a way for them. I order you! And with that, people very quickly filter away from the town's fountain. All right then. I'm sorry, I'm stuck in the carnival barker voice. All right then. With that, just as the sea of people parted, you are facing across the plaza, across the fountain, Fandrell's Raiders, arrayed against you. The 6 of you versus the 6 of them. Well,
Yes.
really the 7 of you. Well, 8 of you, counting Dipidops and Johnny Bravesoul.
Dipidots, our most powerful fighter.
Yes.
Yeah, our staunchest defender.
Well then,
Get him.
no Trilby, please. With that, I see no reason to stand on ceremony. Fight! I command it.
The battle begins!
The battle does begin as
Or
Fangel's
doesn't.
Raiders square up against you. Stop playing.
Type slash. There you go.
There we go. If I could get
I could turn back time.
everyone to roll
19.
initiative.
Oh. I got to have 2 hero points for this fight, right?
Yes, you do, actually,
Hell yeah.
as I recall.
Does everybody get it, or is this just him?
Nope, just me.
It
Just
was
Cecil.
just Cecil,
Welcome.
for reasons I actually do not recall immediately.
Because my deception actually passed, but you said it failed.
Ah, right, that thing.
Yes. Yes.
I gave you an extra. Yes, that is true, and yes, you do.
Yes.
Why?
Hey.
Hey.
Alright, 8 Eyes, I just need you.
Quint disappears into the shadows.
That's not what I wanted to do.
No, bring him back.
Yes.
He just leaves, goes home.
No, his I'm just fixing his token. And unfortunately I now no longer have. Did anyone see what Denexes'
He was
initiative
like
was?
right here. Such a 10.
Yeah, I know
It
it
says
wasn't
new
high.
actor, perception.
Oh,
10.
he does? Perfect. Okay, good. I'll just roll it and then I'll just change it to whatever it is. Okay, we pretty much ended up with the same thing. 8 Eyes, I just need yours.
Oh, sorry. Let me do that. Second. Hidden or oh?
No, it's initiative. So if you just go on the encounter tracker and or the encounter thing,
I'm trying to find it. Oh, there it is.
there you go. Okay. And with that, the game begins.
Next week?
Ooh.
Yes, next week because it's 9:24. I apologize.
Sure.
This
is all your fault for having allergy cells. How could you do
No,
this
I
to us?
know. It fucking sucked. I was ready to start on time and like exactly on time and I couldn't fucking breathe. Just like pain in the ass.
That's rough.
Yes.
May I have a token for Dippin' Dots?
You may have a token for Dippin'
it.
Dots.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So this is the battle that will kick off the big stuff. I'm just gonna shoot the I'll shoot the Baron.
The Baron?
You just turn around and shoot him. He goes, oh!
That, I mean, you could.
The bear.
Sal's, how drastically would it change the course of this campaign?
Immensely. Entirely.
In an interesting way?
You know what? I'm not going to tell you that. If you want to shoot the Baron, by all means, you can shoot the Baron. I'll figure it out, but
you know, it'd be pretty wild because I am technically a citizen and a soldier of the Doominian Empire.
yeah,
So this could be construed as an act of war.
it would be a political. It could very easily become an international incident. The monarchy and the Ardanian government had to figure out why the Doominian government would want to assassinate Baron Horva. But to that end, I mean, yeah, it would seem that way that a Doominian agent had just assassinated a member of the peerage for no apparent reason.
Yeah, they're expanding into the the newly cleansed lands.
Mm-hmm. Well, also a bit of revenge. This would be fairly common knowledge, but about a decade earlier, Ardania did fight a war with the Dumadine Empire over the city of Oligsport, which the Dumadine Empire had technically leased from Ardania, but had renamed the city of Karai and was basically governing as a permanent colony, which the queen, after literally 70 years of trying to negotiate its return, finally got tired of the insults and dismissiveness of the various Dumadine emperors that she had outlasted and retook it by force.
Oh, so that makes it really interesting that I emigrated here through Oligsport.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm probably not going to shoot the Baron. It would be really interesting to see how you'd have to pivot for that, but I'm not going to do it.
Probably.
Probably.
Yet.
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 Okay. Well, I was hoping to actually get through this upcoming fight scene tonight, but that clearly was not in the cards. Partially because of you, little guy, hiding in your Stop and Shop bag.
Sorry.
God bless you.
Thank you.
So after this, we're gonna go find that rune, right? We're gonna go on a little journey, that rune portal.
Yes.
I don't know what that's about.
How did
Styles is doing the trilby right now. The
did
third is
Beetle-
Alex.
Oh, I'm sorry, Javier. Oh,
How did
Javier,
people react
actually.
to seeing the? Oh, sorry, guys.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
It's okay.
But Javier, how are you feeling? I saw on your stream server that, or on your Discord server that you were having some ear pain.
I've had like, I think the last 3 days, every time I went to bed, I've been, I think like the day before that, I was like, I had a fever and I was sneezing my brains out.
Oh.
And it passed and I was like, oh, everything's great. And then the moment I got to like, I'm about to go to sleep, my ear and my jaw started to fucking kill me. And I couldn't sleep again. It's just like,
oh, jeez.
2 days in a row, just like, I just couldn't sleep. It was just like, I just streamed like early and I just napped in the middle of the day. And I'm happy I woke up in time, so there was no issue.
That sounds like you might have an ear infection.
Yeah, but it's already chilled out. It's just, I don't fucking know what's going on, but it's like, it doesn't hurt as bad anymore because I couldn't eat earlier today at all. It was hurting so much.
Oh, jeez.
But now it's just like, it's just going away. I'm like, oh, okay. Hopefully I sleep tonight.
I hope you sleep tonight as well.
Yeah,
I,
better.
unfortunately, on the other hand, have suffered from a syndrome of exploding knees, and
Oh no.
that's just my life now.
What
I'm just-
happened?
His knees are gone.
That my knees exploded. I provided an example in the chat.
Damn. It looks like he's having a lot of fun though.
Oh, I was having a lot of fun.
Okay, I see.
I hope you feel better, Heather.
Thank you.
I wish I had some remedies for that, but I don't know any home remedies for
Yeah.
years. I think steam would be good, but
Yeah, I've heard you like get a paper towel really hot, like with hot water, and then you put it in a cup and you hold it over your ear. But that's like until you can get in to see a professional type solution.
I think like it's like at least it's just come down, so I'll let it show. If it's bad, I'm probably gonna go look to see. I'm about to see.
Just go to an urgent care, man.
What's that? Urgent care?
I mean, yeah, that way, like, if you have like an ear infection, That's not a wait to, a couple weeks to go to a doctor. That's go ahead, get there, and get the antibiotics, and your freaking ear cleaned out.
Yeah, they'll do that.
Like,
Probably
it's,
wouldn't be terribly expensive to do, honestly.
do you have health insurance?
Hell nah.
Well, I know that pain, but a lot, like I would at least look up the cost of it because usually they're fairly reasonable and do offer like services for people who are uninsured. I say this is somebody who was uninsured for a very long time, but um, like I've had issues with my ears before where I had to like have my like I was overproducing so much wax that I had to have my ear flushed out because I was like losing hearing in it. Um, yeah, it sucks. But you should also take care of it so it doesn't lead to like permanent hearing loss. Because as somebody with permanent hearing loss, that sucks.
You're right.
And
So,
yes, Canadians, this is the stuff that we need to think about here in
Yeah,
the
Yeah.
States.
I don't like hearing
Yeah,
about it.
I already knew. That's why.
I mean, I don't like
that's why
hearing about it. But
I was gonna say I don't know. I don't even know where Havera's from. So
Well, I'm in America now.
okay,
yeah,
nice.
I was gonna say I assume somewhere in the states.
This
But
is
yeah,
America.
I know. Just don't play around with it. It's not worth it.
Yeah, I'm. I don't know. I've been pretty diligent about stuff like this. It's just like uh, it feels like it's going away pretty fast, and it's just like right now, like I don't. I'm only feeling pain if I like clench my jaw. That's about it.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm not too worried about it. But yeah, if it was hurting any more than it was like earlier today, I would definitely be like because like I have a hospital like 2 streets away, so I'm not gonna be fat by using it. It just sucks because it gets kind of dumb expensive, and I think it gets expensive based on how long they keep me there. Because last
Well,
time
I was gonna say just to clarify, I'm not talking about emergency room. Urgent care that's different.
oh, it is.
Yes, urgent care are like those. They're like those meta. It's so think of we're talking about tiers. Doctor's office is for general preventative care, and stuff that isn't like dire. Urgent care is for stuff that needs to be treated immediately, but is not like life threatening. Um, the ER is where you go for like say in my example I had to go for kidney stones. That is an example of something that needs like specific medical care that requires you to be like hospitalized. This is more so something where they will examine your ear and they will provide you with antibiotics.
like a walk-in
Uh,
clinic.
yeah,
I see.
it's cost wise it is not nearly as much as a what you call it a emergency room visit because you're not being hoisted by a hospital. It'll be more closer to like 80 to $150 depending on the place. And they like I said they usually have like options like care credit and stuff like that. So that's what I mean by like visiting something like an urgent care place. Don't do hospital because it's not a hospital thing. Do urgent care.
Okay, I'll do that. 'Cause,
I never
yeah.
stopped recording. Let me.
Oh,
Sorry.
hey, this is a health
That's
tip
what
for
people
somebody
need.
who used to never have health care.
Yep.
People need to know this.
Good night, Oliver.